Mubs got beats.
Yeah, grew up on a dumb estate. Buzzword, that's a jumpy place. Everybody getting white boy wasted. Right now, can't feel my face. Two chicks in the back just waiting. Tryna act like they don't want wait. Slow down, baby girl, it's late. I can't drive in the States, and I don't wanna crash this rental. Cause the depot looking all crazy, and your girlfriend looking like cake, looking like creme brulee, and the next one looking like choc souffle. Sweet one, and we don't have 2 days. We're chilling on a 2 days.
Bare niggas want a verse from me. What's my name? CHIP. C's up like I'm from C-Town. Buzzwell, ambush a MC. I went schooling tea, late nights with sneak the basin with green. Hoodie up, hat low on a W3. No beef, but affiliations get peak. Not standing with 30 G's. Cuban on me like 30 G's. Just me, tush money and teeth. That's kush and money and teeth. 3 lions, fuck 30 sheep. But I ain't with the violent raps. Niggas talk 4-4s, gas in the 4-door. Strip you with a violent chat. I ain't gotta buy no waps. My nigga said, Chippy, we got you. God said, sky them tracks. 5 MCs on my Jackson, spin them like Michael Jackson. Please don't forget these facts. I let it cap, no cap.
Yeah, grew up on a dumb estate. Buzzword, that's a jumpy place.
Got my Cali in my zoo, I'm
Wasted. Right now, can't feel my face. 2 chicks in the back just waiting. Tryna act like they don't want wait. Slow down, baby girl, it's late. I can't drive in the States, and I don't wanna crash this rental. Cause the depot looking all crazy, and your girlfriend looking like cake, looking like creme brulee, and the next one looking like choc souffle. Sweet one, and we done a lot 2 days. We were chilling on a 2 days.
All of this ice on me, still man I got no chill. I was on the Billboard chart last week, look this week and I'm on there still. I see the niggas in the back just hating, trying to act like they keep it real. Move to the rich part, oh you're bathing, catch man slipping on Primrose Hill. Better put respect on my name when you speak it. I said Lukey world and I mean it. If it don't make sense then I leave it. Texting me bullshit then I just swipe and delete it. Texting me bullshit, then I just swipe and delete it. Millions on the table, trying to get paid. Nah, I ain't trying to catch no case. That's why the shooters have got no face, and the likers have got no trace. The Pradas have got no lace, and you haters have got no taste. Meridian tug till I'm old and grey.
Yeah, grew up on a dumb estate. Buzzword, that's a jumpy place. Everybody getting white boy wasted. Right now, can't feel my face. 2 chicks in the back just waiting. Tryna act like they don't want wait. Slow down, baby girl, it's late. I can't drive in the States, and I don't wanna crash this rental. Cause the depot looking all crazy, and your girlfriend looking like cake, looking like creme brulee, and the next one looking like choc souffle. Sweet one, and we done a lot 2 days. We were chilling on a block 2 days. Aight, shit then. Remember I was trapping out Citroen. Label trying to offer man brick money. Must have thought that we ain't got bricks then. Chat that bad man for children, chat that bad man for kids then. Got a juice from Skepta, had to get a monk from Chick then. You're a prick now when you was a prick then. This year I'm busting all the man them. Next year's money and chicks then. Took knees and lavish and dots and the whole hood missed them. They took knees and lavish and dots and the whole hood missed them. Why you think there's so much jack in the system? Henny and a Mally man mix them. Put a creme brulee on a choc souffle. I'm the man in the middle man mix them. I don't wanna crash this big thing. I'm trying to smash this tick thing. Word, yeah, grew up on a dumb estate. Buzzword, that's a jumpy place. Everybody getting white boy wasted. Right now, can't feel my face. 2 chicks in the back just waiting. Trying to act like they don't want wait. Slow down, baby girl, it's late. I can't drive in the States, and I don't wanna crash this rental. Cause the depot looking all crazy, and your girlfriend looking like cake, looking like creme brulee, and the next one looking like choc souffle. Sweet one, and we done a lot 2 days. We were chilling on a block 2 days.
interrupt this program to bring you a special...
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform, man. Much love. Appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries, man. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. We back with another one right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course, man. And I appreciate all the love and the support. If you tuned in right now, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. After you hit the like button, make sure you share this show. Share this show. Is very important that you share this show. After you do those things, make sure if you're new here, you'll be catching the playback. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And last but definitely not least, make sure you financially support the show. Make sure you financially support the show. You can do so by going to CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. That's CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where you can go. If you have any questions, any comments, you could put it through your super chat and I will post them. All other donation links will be in the chat room. All other donation links will be in the chat room. Once again, I appreciate all the love and the support, man. And we back with another one. Y'all see today's title. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. But before we get into it, I want to shout out Hannibal once again. He said, keep going and being solid. These dudes getting played by a bum woman, and now they want a virgin. Shout out to Hannibal. Shout out to my brother Darren Marion. He said, wanted to pop in and show my homeboy some love. Heal before we build. Herpetology. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to my brother Darren, man. I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate you always, keeping it 100 and standing firm on our relationship and us being cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everybody that's listening, man. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. And at any time during the stream, make sure y'all donate to the show. Y'all see today's show. Is hell where you dwell? Is hell where you dwell? Now, this is extremely important because a lot of the brothers in this space, when you hear their frustrations, well, when I hear them, when I hear these guys' frustrations, man, those guys, forget being happy at home. Those guys are not even the slight bit of even comfortable at home. See, I want to start off and let's get that out the way. The majority of the men in the black manosphere are not comfortable where they dwell. These men are extremely frustrated and totally unhappy with where they're currently dwelling. How do we know this? We can pull up any old obsidian stream. We can pull up any Bernie Povich, any of his streams. You can pull up any of a woman's perspective stream. And you hear these guys on there complaining about their current situation. See, a lot of these guys, they're complaining about, and when I say complaining, the reason why I say complaining is because their solution to their complaint is there is no solution. Or it's don't deal with women at all because of what may happen to you. See, this is fear mongering. See, I want guys to understand that. It's cool to let guys know what you went through and where you coming from, but you have to watch how you're teaching the young person that's listening to you. You have to be careful when you're dealing with a young mind. And see, this is what you guys don't understand. This is why a lot of you guys are not built to teach. And this is not me dissing y'all. This is me giving my assessment. Y'all are not good teachers. And y'all are not good at teaching because y'all are not relatable. Y'all don't have the character to teach a young guy. You're going to lead him down the wrong path. You're going to give him some fix-a-flat theory on how to deal with women and how to navigate through life, and he going to go through shit just like you. And a lot of you guys are running around and promoting this poison to younger men because you are dwelling in hell. But you come on here and act like everything is hunky-dory. You know, everything is palm trees. But these guys, this is why they're online as long as they're online for. Because it's hell where they dwell. Their dwelling value is poor. What is your dwelling value? Your dwelling value is where you live and the quality of the environment. Let me repeat that. What is your dwelling value? Your dwelling value is where you live and the current quality of the conditions of the environment in which you're dwelling. So it's not just where you live, it's the quality of the environment. So yeah, you're not homeless, you have somewhere to live, but if you live in a crack house, you have poor dwelling value because the quality of where you stay. You live in a goddamn crack house. You live in a trap house. You live in a whorehouse. You live in a haunted house. See, the haunted house or the goddamn psych ward. See, a lot of y'all dudes, y'all homes be psych wards. You don't even know it. You live in the goddamn psych ward. Everybody that's in your house where you live are mentally unstable. They're all suffering from mental illness and spiritual unrest. Because everyone around where you dwell is spiritually dead. See how important spiritual value is? That's why it's number one. Because if you're dwelling with a bunch of spiritually dead people, your environment won't reap nothing but destruction. And that is what these guys are stuck in. They are stuck in an environment that doesn't produce anything for them but destruction. This is why they get online and harp so much on how they think everyone else is living. This is why these guys, number one defense mechanism when another guy is in a disagreement with them is you broke. Is you a bum. It's, do you have this? How much money you make a year? How you do this? Do you got that? See, these are the guys who are living in hell. Hell is where they dwell. These are these guys. These guys are suffering in silence. That's why they come on YouTube and act out. Because they're suffering, man. Because they're dwelling in hell. You see? They dwelling in hell. They dwelling in hell because their family value is fucked up. And their family value is jacked up because they have poor health. And they have poor health because they lack spiritual value. See, it's going to always go back to one. See, that's how I go. See, you can't run from that. This is why I say you have to heal before you build. Heal. Heal. That is the first 5 of the 10 life values. The internal 5, the healing part. Then when you get to building, that's when you get to the external 5. You see? That's the building part. But if you don't fix the inside, what does it matter how I look on the outside? You see? You got to heal before you build. You see? And we have to heal because black men are currently in and has been in for the last how many ever years, we have been in survival mode. And when black men are in survival mode, we are just existing. You see? We're just here. This is the majority of us brothers. We are in survival mode. We're just existing. We're just existing. You see? We have to get to a point where we go from surviving to at least thriving. You see? At least to a point where we up off our asses, brothers. We went through the things that we needed to go through spiritually, with our families, with our households, with our health. We rectified those things. Now, not only do we have the health, but we also have the character, the correct character, because of these values that were employed, so we can do business with each other in the correct way. So there is no backbite. You see? There is no brothers could do business without a moral compass. There is none of that. See, when you heal, you understand that this is the only way to do it. This is the right way to do it. There is no other way to do it. Cutting corners will continue to destroy you. Because what I realized is a lot of you guys around here felt like heal before you build was a feminine concept. And it was because y'all chose to ignore it as men. And see, if you choose to acknowledge the fact that you need to heal, you're not red pill. You're not red pill. You're not red pill. Because you are not in the reality of your current situation. That makes you not, that is what proves you're not red pill. If you don't acknowledge that black men need to heal, then you're not red pill. See, healing, when you're going through healing, that's actually red pill. You see? See, I've done countless shows tying this all in. See, because what makes, if you into healing and you're on that journey, what makes you red pill is first, you recognize, you're aware that you're broken. That is the first step. The awaken. You're woke. You see, you understand this is a problem that I have. This is a problem that a lot of my brothers are suffering from. Jealousy. You think dudes are always jealous of you. That's a spiritual problem. It's a spiritual problem. And see, I don't dwell with jealous people. I don't be around people who I know don't like me. But see, a lot of y'all is living with people like that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, we back. But see, you guys have to begin to acknowledge this. See, now that y'all done let the woman here in this space, y'all might as well go ahead and come out and admit that y'all going through hell. You got guys on here that claim to be married, but got caught in back chats trying to get into whole nother relationships with women. See, that's a dude who's not happy at home. That is a dude whose house is not a home. You know, because some people make Skid Row their home. You see, so you could live in a house, but is your house a home? I did a whole stream breaking that down. Breaking down the Luther Vandross song. Your house not being a home. Because there's no one there for you to care about. There's no one there that cares about you. There's nothing there to represent you. There's nothing there to represent what you love, what you care about. The feng shui is off. The energy is off. You living in a goddamn psych ward that you call a house. Because hell is where you dwell. Hell is on the inside of you. That's why hell is on the outside of you. See? But we all try to dress it up and hide it because that's human nature. That's what we try to do. But black men, we've been doing that for too long. We've been doing that for too long, suffering in silence. I thought that was one of the reasons for this space, so we could speak out. But I still see a bunch of brothers in hell where they dwell. This is why they're getting caught up in the BS that they get caught up in. Because their dwelling value is extremely low. Because their family value is low. The quality of these guys' environment is poor. This is why you see them do piss poor things on camera. These guys are not in an environment that creates drive, that creates determination. That's why you don't hear it in the content. The people that's around them is not encouraging. Their energy isn't even encouraging. Because see, sometimes you don't have to be around people that say messed up things to you. It could just be their energy. You could just be around a bunch of dead ass people. And when you're around people that's not happy for things that you are succeeding in, they're not showing you that type of affection. That's the wrong place. That's not a place you should be dwelling in. Because that environment doesn't speak to your success. And the people there don't want to see you succeed. They're just watching to wait till you slip up and something go wrong. That's why they don't congratulate you. You see? Brothers, we have to be careful of where we dwell, man. You know, they had an old saying about men. Wherever a man lays his hat is his home. Think about where you start laying your hats, brothers. Think about that. Think about where you start laying your hat. If you always laying your goddamn hat on a hotel nightstand, that's the wrong place to be dwelling with a broad all the time. You see? See, this is why when I was letting brothers know why they need to stay away from the strag, right? And I was, surgically dissecting them, the strag, right? This is why I always told y'all dudes to stay away from them. See, but I understand that takes healing. That takes healing. Because a lot of our mamas are strags. A lot of our aunties are strags. A lot of our female friends that we grew up with are strags. Because y'all all grew up in the same environment where stragdom is the protocol. See, I spoke about this already. But see, I don't think y'all understand that there's two sides to every coin. So if you got the strag on one side, you got to have the maggle or the F-boy on the other side. And that's what you dudes choose to be. This is why it's hell where you dwell, because you's a F-boy. That's why. Because you think you the man because you got a nice cell phone. You think you the man because you got on nice sneakers and a belt. You's a F-boy. You's a F-boy. That's what you are. And I know you don't want to accept it, but you know it's the truth. That's why you're going through hell where you dwell. Because that woman don't respect you. The people in that house don't respect you. You see? They don't respect you. This is your outlet for a lot of guys. This is their outlet. This is where they could come and actually garner the attention of people. They come here and this is where they could see if they're actually valuable to anyone in this world. Let me repeat that. A lot of people come here because this is where they come and can actually see that people value them. Because where they're currently dwelling, no one appreciates them. No one appreciates them. No one cares about how they feel. No one cares about how they think and how they see things and how things affect them. Nobody pays attention to how they're triggered. No one cares. So it's hell where a lot of these guys dwell. And they come here to let other men know, listen, man, I'm going through hell. And then some guys, they will just come and listen, but they'll never share of what they really is going through. You know, a lot of these guys hide behind shit. They hide behind things to try to prove to brothers that they just basically trying to prove that they somebody who they don't want you to find out they are. See, this is why I talk to y'all the way I do. Because I genuinely care, because I understand. I understand. And I genuinely care. But you have to care, brother. If you want to get out of the hell that you're currently in physically, you need to focus on your spirit, man. You need to reassess who you are and how the hell you got in this hellhole that you in. And I guarantee you, you can equate you going through hell in the physical because you going through hell in the spiritual. See? This is how a lot of black men are ticking time bombs. It is because it's hell where they dwell. It's hell for them. But there's a lot of things that us brothers got to begin to see and understand that we missed a lot of steps before we got to this physical hellhole in which you living in. You missed some steps, man. And see, don't get it twisted. This is not me trying to scold nobody. See, my whole purpose is never to scold brothers. But I know a lot of you dudes got issues. So I know I can't talk to y'all because I'm still talking to men. And a lot of y'all men are goofy. So y'all like to play with other men and do little dumb shit. But I understand what brothers is going through. I understood it from the time I came. This space is no different. All this shit y'all talk about here is a big ass smoke screen. Y'all not really about that in real life. Y'all dudes are not comfortable in your homes or none of that. Come on, man. It's obvious that it's hell where you dwell. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. And we can make this change, fellas. We can make this change. But you have to understand that you got to heal before you build. Meaning, you're going to have to ingest a value system. See, y'all have always heard me for years say self-evaluation, self-check. You got to take inventory. That's you reassessing the 10 life values. First, immediately to give yourself a diagnostic, right? What you do is you first assess the internal 5. Because most of us are lacking in the external 5 because of the breakdown of the internal 5. So the majority of us men could find our problems within those first 5. We could go ahead and mark off issues right there. Anger, the lack of humility, narcissism. See, these are all spiritual defects. These are things that hurt a man spiritually. These are the effects of a man being spiritually traumatized. That's why he's a narcissist. That's why he don't lack humility. That's why he lack humility. That's why. Because he saw some things and experienced some things that changed his life forever. But see, just like the pro-blacks and how they continuously regurgitate the problems, but never get on the way to solving them, that is what the Black Manosphere has been doing for years. See, we just gonna go ahead and keep it real. Some people said that these are possible solutions, but none of them was ever employed. They weren't employed. This is why, after all these years of this space being here, you still got men living in hell. You still have men who have the same goddamn problems that they had when they first came to this space. See, that's a reflection on the goddamn space. That's a reflection of the men who create content to help men in this space. That's a reflection on that. That shines the light. All this work, all these streams being done for all these goddamn years, and you still got niggas complaining about marriage? You still got niggas coming here complaining about child support? You still got dudes coming here complaining about infidelity in 2021. That means the solutions were never employed. And this is the reasons why, some of the reasons why you're going to always dwell in hell. Because you want to talk about what need to be done and not do it. And not do it. And this is the problem. And some of you guys that'll probably catch this are gonna, oh, so what, are you saying black men should just shut up? No, I'm not saying black men should shut up. I'm saying black men should say something, but they should also do something. Because saying something is not the only thing you should be doing. Let me repeat that. I'm not telling guys to stop saying anything or they shouldn't say anything. What I'm saying is while you're saying something, you should be doing something, because saying something is not the only thing to do. See, because if black men sit here and talk about what needs to be done all day because of these problems, but only thing that's being done is what's being talked about. Now, how does that help black men? And how in any form or fashion is that masculine? Because women sit around and get drunk in their little circle in Indian style and talk about how men ain't never gonna be right for them. That's female shit. Y'all be sitting on these panels like waiting to exhale. See, that speaks to your dwelling. That speaks to your dwelling when you sit on these fear-mongering panels with a bunch of dudes who not gonna do shit. They just gonna talk because they want to be heard, but they don't want nothing done. Because when you start doing shit, you actually start feeling better. And see, that's what these dudes don't want to do. They don't want to feel better. You see, that's why they don't want no solution. See, because then they may start discovering a new side of themselves. You see? Remember, I said we got to go from surviving to thriving. See, when you start healing and you start employing those internal 5 life values, you start feeling better. Then when you incorporate that A game, you start feeling better. So when you start feeling better, you start thinking different. You start thinking more progressive. You start being more creative. You start giving yourself more self-care. See? You know why? Because you don't want to go back to feeling like you in hell. You see? You don't want to go back to that feeling. And see, once you done heal from certain things and you got certain things in order, now you want to roll to thriving. See, because now that you feel better and you're doing a little better, now guess what? You don't look at women the same no more. See? Now when you look at your hateful ass baby mama, you know why she like that. See? See, now you know why she wicked and crazy. Because she suffered from mental illness. Because she's wrestling with demons in her spirit. That's why she a goddamn nutcase. Because the woman close her goddamn eyes and see ghouls and goblins. See, y'all think that shit ain't real. I told y'all this. I told y'all this in my esoteric series. How some of these women go to sleep and see demons. You think that shit is not real? It is. It's real. Some of these women are insomniacs because they see demons. Every time they close their eyes. You see? See, brothers, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be free? Do you want to be free? Do you want to be rich and free? Or do you want to be a rich slave? Y'all heard what Sauce Walker said? I'm free and I'm rich as I want to be. I'm free and I'm rich as I want to be. You want to be rich, but you still want to be a slave to yourself. You don't want to be free. See, the only way you can be free is if you heal. See? See, I want to be free. Because, see, being broke is not a problem. Staying broke is the problem. Let me repeat that. Let me give my brother some motivation instead of stepping on him. Being broke ain't the problem, bro. Staying broke is the goddamn problem. See, if you stay broke, then that speaks to your character. That speaks to your drive. That speaks to who you are as a man. If you stay broke, being broke is a phase, nigga. Being broke is a phase, nigga. But if you stay broke, that's a problem. If you never have any progress, then that's a problem. See, because then now we got to talk about what's going on with you. You see? See, dudes want to sit around and focus on who broke and who not broke while we all goddamn broken. See, that's the real problem. The problem ain't the goddamn money, it's us being broken. I did a show about that years ago. Are black men broke or broken? Are we broke or broken? We know we ain't broke. We know we ain't broke. Open your favorite YouTuber's closet. That nigga got enough shit in there to buy a goddamn house. He got enough shit in there to buy a goddamn 18-wheeler truck and put a worker on the road. That's how much shit in his closet. That nigga could have went and bought a truck and started a trucking business. Money ain't our problem, black men. You know what our problem is? We broken. We broken. This is why I did the show yesterday. Tying in spiritual value with wealth value. This is why black men don't have no wealth. Because we broken. That's why it's hell where we dwell. That's why it's hell where we dwell. See? See, my job is to make sure brothers is free on all levels. We want to be free. I want to be a free black man. And I ain't talking about not in jail. I'm talking about mentally and spiritually and financially free. Because, see, you're not financially free if you're consuming garbage all the time. If you a goddamn strag collector or you collect garbage for a living, you're not even financially free. Because you buy garbage. You a consumer. That's why it's hell where you dwell too. I told y'all how, dudes like to dress up their jail cells in jail. It's hell where we dwell, man. And it's time for us to change that. Like I said, what is your dwelling value? Your dwelling value is where you live and the quality of the environment in which you're living in. It's not just where you stay, it's the quality of it. So if it ain't no love in your house, it ain't a home. If it ain't no trust in your house, you ain't living in no home. It's good for black people to have houses, but if your house is not a home, it don't matter where you live. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning in this afternoon. You enjoyed the show? Donate to the show. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs while I give y'all time to hit the Cash App and donate. Shout out to Sun Kissed in the building. Shout out to my man Suavemente, a.k.a. Third Ward. Shout out to Third Ward. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. Shout out to Darren in the building. Shout out to my man Bucket. Shout out to Father's Time in the building. See who else up in here. Theory of Everything, salute. Shout out to Chicka D. M-Town in this thing. Shout out to Heels In. I appreciate you, family. My bad for missing that, but I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out, peace to the guard, Torrance V in the building. Shout out to my man Hannibal. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in this afternoon. As always, I'm your host, DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Fellas, hit the link in the description box. Hit the link in the description box for your A game. Fellas, let's get on this A game lifestyle. If it is hell where you dwell, let's get on this A game, man. Let's get on this A game. This is a lifestyle brand. This is a herbal male solution that's going to change your life. 21 herbs for energy, strength, vitality, and your libido. See, the libido is at the end, fellas. What I want y'all to understand is this is a solution for your body. All right? Stop looking at yourselves like bucks. See, this is why I say we got to heal, fellas, because a lot of us still look at ourselves as penises. We're men. We have two heads. And the head that's supposed to control the head in your pants is the head on your shoulders, brothers. We got to get our values back in order. Stop looking at yourself like a big old dick. Because that's how the world view us due to slavery. We not just big old dicks. We're men. We're men, fellas. So this is not your quintessential, hard-hitting dick pill that's going to have you slawing chicks out. Stop. This is not for that specifically. This is for your entire body. This is a regiment to get your body on, so we can perform at optimal levels, brothers. That's what this is about. So hit the link in the description box. At your checkout, type in sheep in the number 10 for a discount off on your purchase. Like I said, type in sheep and the number 10, 10. Sheep and the number 10 at the checkout for a discount on your purchase. I appreciate all the love and the support. I'm your host, DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And before we go, everyone who has supported A-Game thus far, please hit me up, dsalliance1@gmail.com. That's dsalliance1@gmail.com. Hit me up with your feedback on the product, please. Hit me up with your feedback on the product, man. Much love to y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries, man. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. Brothers, as y'all know, my slogan, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.